Evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're very welcome to our annual concert at Easter. And this year, and from this year onwards, hopefully, this weekend will be known as the Sean McAloon Memorial Weekend. And that's in memory of one of the greatest musicians that came from this area, Sean McAloon, who passed away just 2 years ago. And in his memory, this is going to be an Easter weekend from now onwards. And let's hope that it goes for a long number of years. He's well worthy of remembering, and let's hope tonight that we'll have a nice concert. And tomorrow, starting at 3 o'clock, we'll have a music session, and we're hoping that there'll be a few pipers there. And then at 6 o'clock, there's a singing session. So tomorrow, 3 o'clock, music session, and 6 o'clock, a singing session. So it's music and singing the whole weekend. So we're starting off tonight now with a local group here, Fran McMahon's group. We call them the Roslea Totus Tori Aaron Junior Group. So a big hand for them, please now. Thank you. Thank you very much, Fran McMahon's local group there from Roslea. And every Friday evening at 6:30, there's a music class here. And we have all the instruments that you need: harp, pipes, fiddle, accordions, everything available here. And you can have them on hire as long as you attend the class. And it starts at 6:30 every Friday evening. And that's some of the product there. So I think you deserve a big round of applause. Thank you. It's very important to get them going young, and it's great to have the people to organise and to teach them. The teachers are very important. Fran McMahon's doing a great job. And Fran, I think, deserves a round of applause for that too. The next item we have a little group from the Lisnaskea area, and again we have to pay tribute to their teacher, who is also playing with them, Mary McAloon, who's doing great work down in that area and in Derrygonry. Give Mary a nice round of applause, please. Joining Mary and her group is somebody that needs no introduction at all to Roslea, or indeed to anywhere in Fermanagh and further afield. She's a well-known musician, a well-known flute player, one of the best, and that's Aisling McPhillips from Enniskillen. She's joining Mary and the group. Give Aisling a big hand there, please. Thanks. Right, now you'll all agree that was a lovely selection there from Mary McAdam's group. Give them another big round of applause. Thank you. Next we have a lovely wee man here. He's a real wee charmer. And he's going to dance a reel for you. A big hand for Christopher McCormick from 3 Mile House. Good man, Christopher. Fran will accompany him. Well done there to Christopher. Give him another big round of applause. And he'll be back later on to dance a heavy jig. Now, next we have the Roslea CCE fiddle class, led by their teacher, Melissa McKay. So a big round of applause now for the Roslea Toka Stoka Yarn fiddle class. Right now, you'll all agree that that was a great selection of fiddle playing there, accompanied by the harp. And a big round of applause for Melissa and her fiddle class from Roslea. It's great to see the young ones taking up the traditional stuff, and there's some proud parents down there and some proud grandparents. And I can see a couple here actually from all the way from America to see their grandchildren perform here tonight. And that's Francie and Chrissy Carney from Listasgate. And of course the Daw's a proud man too, because he has got another daughter there just last week, and that's Joe Connolly from Newton Butler. You'd know him better on the football field. You know, I was just talking to somebody in Clonus the other day, and I hadn't seen him for a while. He was away. He's about 40 years over the water, and he always comes home, of course, to his birthplace and visits regularly, maybe a couple of times every year. But I was telling him about the concert, so I see him here tonight, and it's great to see you, John. John Fitzpatrick, the jockey of the Roslea Hero. There he's there. And I can tell you he wasn't carrying just as much weight when he was riding Roslea Hero. He's looking well and healthy. Good to see you, John. Now, next we have a local man, our secretary of the branch here, and you all know Tom Began, so Tom's going to sing a couple of songs for you. Give Tom a big round of applause now.
As I went out walking down by the hill town, the lovely fresh mountains, they did me surround. I met a pretty fair maid, and to me she looked grand. She was plucking wild roses on the banks of the Bann. I quickly approached her, and to her I did say, 'twas nature ordained that we meet in this way. 'Twas nature that planned it. Come, give me your hand, and we will walk together on the banks of the Bann. Then into a corner the change it took place. I could tell by the look that arose in her face. Her feet, they fell from her to a soft bed of sand, and she fell into my arms on the banks of the Bann. Oh, young man, you have wronged me. come tell me your name. So when the baby's born, I can give it the same. My name it's Willie Archer, and I know you'll understand. My home and habitation lies close to the band. But I cannot marry you, I'm apprenticed and bound to the spinning and weaving in Roslea town. But when my time is over, then here is my hand, and we will be married on the banks of the Bann. So come all you pretty fair maids, take a warning by me, and don't go out a-courting by 1, 2, or 3. No, don't go out a-courting by 3, 2, or 1. Or you might meet Willie Archer on the banks of the Bann. Thank you. Dear boss, I write this note to you to tell you of my plight. And at the time of writing, I am not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face a deadly grey. And I write this note to say why Paddy's not at work today. While I was working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear, and throwing them down from this great height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, he'd been an awful sod, for he said I'd had to carry them down the ladder with my hand. Now to carry all these bricks by hand, it would be very slow. So I hoisted up a barrel and secured the rope below. But in my haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel filled with building bricks was heavier than me. Well, I went down and I cut the rope and the barrel fell like lead. And I hung on tightly to the rope and I went up instead. I shot up like a rocket and to my dismay I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Well, the barrel broke my shoulder as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top I struck the pulley with my head. I hung on tight though numbed and shocked from this almighty blow, and the barrel spilled out half the bricks some 14 floors below. Now when the bricks had fallen and landed on the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and I started down once more. I hung on tightly to the rope as I hurried for the ground, and I landed on the building bricks that were scattered all around. Now the barrel it been heavier, it started down once more, and it landed straight across me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs on my left arm. Now I can only say that I hope you'll understand why Paddy's not at work today. Thank you.
Well done there to Tom Bagan. Tom, of course, was Ulster champion last year and got to the All-Ireland, and maybe he'll get one better this year, hopefully. Give him another big round of applause. Thank you. Now, we have that charming wee manny back again, and this time he's going to dance a double jig. A big hand for Christopher McCormick from 3 Mile House. Just before Christopher comes on, would Dinny Leonard's group, please, from Listasky, go to that room there on the left-hand side, please? All Dinny's group, please, go to that. Be on next, I think. Okay? Well done there to Christopher McCormick from 3 Mile House. Give him another nice round of applause. Now, as I said at the beginning of this concert, this is known now and will be known from now on as the Sean McAloon Memorial Weekend. And that includes piping session, a music session including piping tomorrow from 3 o'clock to 6, and then a singing session from 6 o'clock onwards. And all the musicians that took part tonight, if you could be back tomorrow, we'd be glad to see you. And any musician, everybody's welcome, and everybody will get a turn. Now, Sean McAloon, of course, as I said, was one of the finest musicians in the country. And some people wouldn't have had the pleasure of hearing him. And unfortunately, there hasn't been enough tapes or records made of Sean. But he was shy and backward, and he didn't put himself forward for this type of thing. He just liked to keep it simple, but he was a great musician, and there is a bit of a recording It's probably 30 to 40 years old, but Michael, would you do us the honour there, and if you just now give this your best attention, for some people that hasn't heard Sean, this is a tape that we're playing now. Listen to him playing on the concert pipes that Leo Rosen would have made for him. The Mountain Lark and the Cricket Road to Dublin. That's a bit of a recording of Sean McAloon, and as I say, unfortunately there hasn't been enough of recordings of him, and that's 30 to 40 years ago, so it's the best we can do at the moment anyhow. The next man's not ready, so I have to fill in now. So I hope I don't spoil things on you. There's plenty of seats over here now. Anybody that wants seats there, there's still seats here. Sean McAloon was the first treasurer of this branch now in 1954. And believe it or not, I was the first chairman. And James Patrick Rooney, who has also passed away some years ago, was the secretary. That was the first officials of the Roslea Kilter School Torrieren branch in 1954. So, I suppose after Sean, it's fitting that I'd sing a wee bit of a song for you. I'll keep it local. It's always nice to revive the old stuff, the local stuff. And this is about the three Roslea men who were hung in Enniskillen in 1797. There's a hallowed spot in Ireland near the mountains of Slieve Bay. In the county of Fermanagh, it's the church churchyard of Roslea, where lies three united Irishmen. May their souls shine bright in heaven, their witness to the tyrant's wrath in 1797. McMahon, Smith and Connolly adhered to a noble cause, for to deal a stroke at the foreign yoke and to smash the penal laws. They offered them their freedom if their comrades they betray, but they gave their lives before they gave their countrymen away. Their trial was a masterpiece of cunning and deceit, and publicly they murdered them in Enniskillen Street. Their bodies were carried 20 miles o'er the mountains of Sleepy and laid to rest by candlelight in a churchyard at Roslea. Their lifeless bodies were gently lowered by those who loved them dear, while faithful comrades knelt around in prayer and silent tear. But the Blessed Virgin Mary succors those who bear a cross and tenders consolation to those who mourn their loss. The weeping willow droops its leaves, the yew tree bows its head, while nature fashions floral leaves o'er Ireland's martyrs dead. Now all ye who pass on your way to Mass, may ye bow your heads in prayer for the souls of these united men whose bones lie mouldering there. Right, next now we have Dinny Leonard's group from Lisnaskea. And this group got to the All-Ireland last year also. And let's hope that they will go one better next year. Right now, the Listaski Cotas Cotor Air Group under Denny Leonard. Give them another round of applause there now, please. Thank you. Now we're going to have a young lady dancing a hornpipe. And she's Catherine O'Neill, all the way from Dromore, County Tyrone. So give her a big round of applause. Catherine O'Neill to dance the hornpipe. Thanks again to Catherine O'Neill from Dromore. Give her another round of applause now. Thank you. Lovely dancing there. Now, as I was saying earlier, this branch was formed in 1954, and one of the men who was instrumental in getting the branch going was the late Eamon Murray from Tidavnat. And I always remember Eamon told a little story about the brother. He said he had a brother and he played the fiddle. And he came home one night late, and of course he was a wee bit under the weather, and Eamon was laying up in the corner, had fell asleep, you see, but anyhow, the other fella come in and he says, he watched his manoeuvres, and he spent, he says, 10 minutes trying to hang the fiddle where there never was a nail. That time there was no cases for the fiddles. They used to hang them on a nail on the wall. So he was fairly well on. This next group now is the Eamon O'Murra Cotas Cotorian group, representing Tidavnat area, Scotstown area. Now, there's 4 of the one family in it, 4 McCaig's, and 1 Johnson, Thomas Johnson. Now, Thomas Johnson plays the pipes, but unfortunately, a week or more ago, he was in a car accident, and he had the pipes in the car, and the pipes got broke, and they're away in Milltown, Malby, getting repaired. And it's just a pity he hadn't them here tonight. But thank God, he is okay, and he's here tonight to play, I don't know what kind of a whistle it is. It's a longish whistle, you know. It's not a wee whistle, and it's not a flute, so I don't know what you call it. But anyhow, it's good to see him here to be able to play an instrument at all. So a big round of applause, please, for the Eamon O'Murra group from Tidavnat. calls it a low whistle. That was the Eamon O'Murray group from Tidavn, Scotstown area, and give them another nice round of applause. Lovely music there. They never fail to support us here every year at this concert, and they keep on the tradition of Eamon O'Murray going and going well. Now, I have a few things to say here. There's a man down there videoing this concert. He's Pat Lee from Cavan, and anybody that wants a video of the concert later on can contact Pat. He also has videos of the Mullahorn concert, which was a few weeks ago there. Tony Smith's, known down the south better as Anton McGowan. We would know him as Tony Smith, so it's all the one anyhow. But Tony has been here several times at our concert, and they had a big concert there in Mullahorn a few weeks ago, and Pat has videos of it also. He also has videos of the Riadore finals in Ballyconnell a few weeks ago. Anybody that wants them. At the half time now, there'll be chips, not chips, crisps. I don't think there's any chips. Crisps and minerals for sale over there in that corner. And we're finishing the first half now with our very special guest for the evening. He has been here before, I don't know how long ago, I think it could be maybe 13, 14 or 15 years ago, but he's still playing as good as ever. He's of course a champion different times. He's from Roscommon, but living in Dublin for some years now, but he still likes to be named as a Roscommon man. A big Roslea for manor welcome, please, back again to Jimmy McGreevy. And Jimmy will be accompanied by a Dublin man, John Cunningham, on the guitar. A big hand for John too. A big welcome for them both. Thank you. For those standing over on that side, there's seats here now if you want them. There's a row of seats here now.
Hello? Oh, jeepers. All these things are working up here, I see. Anyway, it's lovely to be here in Roslea. I was here about 15 years ago. It's nice to be asked back so soon, I must say. In fact, I was asked, but I couldn't come. I was away somewhere. Anyway, we're going to play a couple of tunes now. And we're going to start with a tune called Sports and Nelly. That should be good. And The Boys of the Law will be followed up. I'm very nervous. I hope you're not too nervous. I'm very nervous up here. thanks very much. There are a couple of jigs now. Two very old jigs. Everyone knows them. The first one is called the Humours at Glendart. Thanks very much. This is the end of the first half, so we'll be back again to play a few tunes in the second half. So we'll finish off this little session now with a couple of more reels. Two well-known old Sligo reels called Lord MacDonald and the Bandless Low Fare.
Lovely stuff there. Sorry I lifted the wrong, Michael. From Jimmy McGreevy from Roscommon, now Dublin, and John Cunningham on the guitar there. Lovely session there. We'll be hearing them again in the second half. Give them another nice round of applause then. Now, during the interval, there'll be tickets on sale. There'll be what is the pound a strip, I think. The prizes are £10 and 2 5s. Could we have the house lights, please? And we'll have 10-minute break. 10 or 12-minute break, okay? There's tea now for anybody that has performed. There's tea over there in the kitchen. So you can have your cup of tea now at the half time.
When I was a youngster, I sailed with the rest on a Liverpool packet bound out for the west. We anchored a day in the harbour at Cork, then put out to sea for the port of New York and its road. Row, bullies, row, them Liverpool girls, they have got us in tow. For 32 days we were hungry and sore, for the wind was against us and the gales they did roar. At Battery Point we laid anchor at last, with the jib boom hove to and the canvas tied fast and its row. Row, bullies, row, them Liverpool girls, they have got us in tow. Those boarding house masters were aboard in a thrice. They were shouting and promising things that were nice. And one fat old tramp took a fancy to me and said I was foolish to follow the sea and its row. Row, bullies, row, them Liverpool girls, they have got us in tow. Says he, there's a job that is waiting for you, with lashings of liquor and nothing to do. Now what do you say, lad, will you jump for two? Says I, you old bleeder, I'm damned if I do, and it's row. Row, buddies, row, them Liverpool girls, they have got us in tow. But the best of intentions, they never get far. After 32 days at the door of the bar, I tossed off me liquor, and what do you think? That rotten old bleeder adopted me drink, and it's row. Row, buddies, row, them Liverpool girls, they have got us in tow. The next I remember, I woke in the morn on a three-skysail yard bound south for the Horn, with an old suit of oilskins and 2 pairs of socks, and an IOU nailed to the lid of me box, and it's row. Row, buddies, row, them Liverpool girls, they have got us in tow. Now all you young seamen, take a warning by me, keep an eye on your jug when the liquor is free, and pay no attention to rum or war, and your hat's on your head and your feet's on the shore, and it's row. Row, buddies, row, them Liverpool girls, they have got us in tow.
Hello? All the tickets sold? Yeah. Okay. Right now, Fran, if you're there, we're opening with it's hard to explain. No, it's okay, son. While Fran and his group are getting ready to open the second half, this tape of Sean McAloon's, he also played the fiddle, and there's 2 tunes of him playing the fiddle. He's playing Crowley's reel and Coleman's stuff. You'll excuse the quality of the tape, but I think it's nice on this occasion to give it a wee burl anyhow. So Michael will now play. If we could have quiet now, please. Thank you. Give it your best attention, please. No. Yeah. Give it your best attention now. Okay, Michael. Thank you. That was John McAloon playing Blind Mary on flat pipes made by the Belfast pipe maker O'Malley. Now we continue with John playing Crowley's number 1 and Crowley's number 2 on the fiddle, two of Coleman's, of whom John was a great admirer. Right, that was the late Sean McAloon on the fiddle. Now, to open the second half, we have Fran McMahon here with his second Cultus group from Roslea. Give him a nice round of applause, please. Thank you. lovely selection there from the Roslea Turtles group, and lovely piping from Niamh Woods there, wasn't it? Lovely. Lovely to see it. I don't like singling anybody out, but I think on this night it's nice to see a young person taking up the pipes and playing them very well.